So today what I want to talk about is the coming shortage in web gear, load-bearing equipment, backpacks, that kind of thing. With the war that's going on and the rearming of NATO and many other organizations, the first thing that's going to happen is the governments of the world are going to go in and buy up all the used web gear that they sold as surplus they can find from wholesalers. Then the next thing that'll happen is they will monopolize the production of this material so it won't be available to the public. So right now, there are several types of cheap MOLLE gear available. The first thing you want to do is look at these MOLLE bandoliers. These are for holding AR-15 mags. You can use them for other mags. You can take a heavy 100-page stapler and you can staple these so they can hold 20-round magazines. You can roll up old socks and put in the bottom so they'll hold 20-round magazines. You can take and do the same thing and hold M1 carbine magazines and all kinds of other stuff. This MOLLE bandolier costs about $16 delivered to you. And you can get MOLLE gear in many different camouflage patterns. This one is 3-color desert. I've got a whole bunch of these in ACU. Now, right now, ACU and ABU patterns are not very popular. They weren't popular in service. This is an ABU, which is Airman Battle Dress Uniform, otherwise known as Desert Tiger Stripe. It went out of service about 2 years ago. And this is kind of a digital tiger stripe. This is a 2 pouch for pistol magazines. And inside they have a spring retainer. And what you'll notice when you're looking at Air Force ABU tiger stripe is there's a huge variation in them, and much more than you would see in other service equipment. Some of it looks digital like this. Some of it actually looks very smooth. So here's a couple more examples of the Air Force ABU. This is a general pouch. And you can see here how you have the smooth tiger stripe and it's not really digitized as much. This is a field cap. And you can see how heavily digitized it is, but it still has a tiger stripe pattern. You can also find a lot of variation in the shades here. This is pretty much tan, green, and gray, but you'll find differences in the shade over the years. Now, the military ACU pattern is digitized like this, and you can see that there's some difference between it and the Air Force. So this Army pattern was not very popular either. Now, I find that ABU and ACU patterns are extremely useful in the winter in my area. During the winter, everything kind of browns out, and then you have a lot of grass that's tan. So it actually does a very good job in the winter in my AO. Now, there's a lot of channels that show you how to take ABU and ACU camo and dye it green so that you have light and dark shades of green. So you can look here on YouTube at other channels, just put in the search term dyeing ACU ammo pouches and it'll show you how to do that. Now, all of this MOLLE gear, you can get MOLLE vests in Air Force ABU. You can get them in Army ACU very cheaply. All of this gear is available right now cheap compared to the more modern multicam variations. And this extends to backpacks. You can get a assault vest with enough pouches to carry 6 AR mags, canteens, accessory pouches, and the butt pack for about $50 delivered to your door that's never been issued. And the same thing with ACU. Sometimes you can actually find ACU even cheaper. Now, when it comes to rucksacks and backpacks, the assault packs and large packs in the US ACU are very cheap right now. You can get the backpack, the frame, the straps, the waist belt, and everything delivered to you for $50 to $60, brand new. So before we see all the web gear and load bearing equipment dry up, start with the bandolier. If you don't have any money, $16, you can carry 6 mags. Then you can upgrade to pouches, assault vests, load bearing belts, and backpacks. Now, the good thing is these bandoliers, they are always useful. Even after you upgrade to an assault vest, battle belt, or whatever you're going to do, this is a way to carry extra magazines. So if you've got 6, 8, 10, 12 magazines and you feel you need to carry more for a mission or to resupply somebody else in a position you're going to, you can carry 2 or 3 of these bandoliers and drop it off to them. So please comment, rate, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.